All
She's
right.
pretty strong. Back
Oh,
on screen.
snap.
As you can see, we
Yeah.
have the Eternals. We have Gilgamesh, Athena, and Kingo, but of course they look different
Ooh-wee.
than probably many viewers are used to, because these are the looks based off. These are the modern looks that were based off the comics. So we're gonna go ahead and start with our first Eternal, and that is Gilgamesh. Kim, for those at home who don't understand or don't fully know who, not Kingo. This is Gilgamesh. Who Gilgamesh
Well, we'll
is?
get to him.
Yeah, we will. Go ahead and give our audience a little bit of a
Man, he looks lit.
what to know.
Well, you mentioned it off the top. Gilgamesh is known for having a lot of strength and fortification. He is the strongest and probably the kindest member of the Eternals. Typically, he is paired with Athena as partners.
That's interesting. Yeah, in this uniform, so Gilgamesh is a combat type superhero, and just a little something to look forward to. For his tier 2 passive skill, he has true memory. So, in other words, for this with this effect, he gains 100% mind damage resistance, and he also, in addition to his bonus and skill damage, he gains a 45% increase, and basic damage received is decreased against him by 45%. So you'd say,
Wow.
it gets a 45% decrease for those basic attacks.
Gonna be a tank.
Rallied against him. So let's go ahead and take a look and see those skills on the field.
Awakened, yep.
All right.
Boom.
Excellent dynamic entry. Again, remember, he's a combat superhero, so his basic attack, you can see, just gives a bit of a 1-2 punch.
Little smack a
Reset and
smack.
go ahead and start seeing those active skills. Skill number 1 is the Cosmic Punch. He does, yeah, you can see he gives a devastating punch that ends up leaving the enemy stunned, and ends with a Cosmic Blast there. Skill number 2 is God's Wrath. Let's take a look.
All right.
This is another attack, devastating attack that leaves enemies stunned.
Yeah, it's pretty like punchy and stunning.
Jumps in the air and delivers another blast from his cosmic powers. Skill number 3 is the Unstoppable Force.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, let's do that
That's
one
kinda
more time.
pretty.
I'm going to back up over here. See it from this angle. Yep. While gaining brief invincibility, Gilgamesh performs a 1-2 punch, as you can see there, and then releases cosmic power for an attack that accumulates true damage while causing fracture, while also dealing 105% of
Nice
his
accumulation
character's
there.
skill attack. Moving on over here for skill number 4, we have Unchanged Destruction.
Nice.
Now,
Nice
this is a little
attack
something special.
buff.
I will go over this more in the developer's note, but I'm going to go ahead and just go do this attack once more. Go ahead and do it over here from this angle. This attack, Gilgamesh barrages his foes with a number of stunning punches that causes them to be snared and bound. And at the same time, your basic damage and defense gain a 30% increase, and it uses 115% of your physical attack.
All right. Looks good.
Moving on over here, we're going to go to skill number 5, which is pretty cool. This is the Liberating Power. I gotta admit, that's really not a good angle. I'm actually going to go ahead and reset and do it once again over here.
Oh, good.
All right.
Okay, we got
So in
some
addition to damage immunity,
immunity.
This powerful blast decreases enemies' basic defense. Or, I'm sorry, decreases your enemy's basic defense, causing fracture, and increases your all basic attack by 50%.
All right.
And you can see the area of effect is actually pretty large as well. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to skill number
Yeah.
6, which you can already see. He has a transcendent potential attack, which is the Slayer's Fist. Nice. Yeah, and this attack, as you can
Nice,
see,
nice,
Kingo
nice.
uses by
Alright.
actually striking from above while Gilgamesh charges his foes. And you can see he delivers a Cosmic Blast. This attack, enemies are left burned, stunned, fractured, paralyzed, all while having their active debuffs removed. At the same time, Gilgamesh will gain a 40% HP recovery and an increase by 35% for his critical rate and damage. He also gains a few additional buffs as well. Reset. Now I'm going to go
good.
over the always
But
helpful
I do
the
want to
buffs.
remind
Oh, go ahead.
everyone this is a test environment, and maybe the final numbers might be different in the final version.
That
of
is
this
very
build.
true. Thank you for reminding our audience of that, Kim. All right, so according to the developers, they say his survivability and recovery rate makes him a great character for PvP. And for a little tip, they said press and hold
PvP, eh?
the skill 4 button for a continuous attack. So let's go ahead and try that out. I'm literally just holding the attack. You can see he just keeps on.
Does he have any ignore iframe?
Just keeps on going like a certain bunny. Right, for the developer combo,
Good tip.
they
Good
recommend using skills 4, 5, and 3. Let's test it out. Skill 4, 5, and then finish it with 3.
Hmm.
And that
Very
does it
good.
for Gilgamesh. Those of you, go ahead and let us know in the comments what your thoughts are based off
All
the
right.
first Eternal.
Hey,
So next we're
Daredevil,
gonna go
what's
ahead
up,
and jump to
bud?
The next character. And the next character on the list is actually going to be Kingo.
Mhm.
Again, looks much
Hey,
different than what's
Kamikad, how you
currently
doing, buddy?
being, portrayed in the MCU version. So what can you tell us about
Yes.
Kingo, Kim?
Okay. Kingo is
Kingo
very
looking pretty
different
lit.
between the comics and the MCU film. Here, Kingo's main weapon is, instead of finger guns, swords. He double wields swords, and actually spent quite a long time in Japan training with the samurai, and a lot of
Yeah, my camera's not
his
working
skills
for
have a
some
basis
reason,
in
man.
that.
I mean, my camera's working, but the
And little peek
capture
is T2.
device that I
His
use
T2
for it,
is the
for some reason, isn't
technique,
capturing what's on my
skill here.
camera.
Not my mistake.
So,
His tier 2
I got a
skill
late
is the
start
Katana
because of that.
Rampage. His skill damage is increased by 25%, while his bonus damage gains a 15% increase. Basic damage received is reduced by 30%. Alright, now let's take him out for a spin. Now, first thing to know, also, he is a speed type superhero.
Uh-huh.
Alright, moving on to skill number 1 is the Conversion Strike.
I doubt he replaces
Energy
Makari.
vision
That's
attack.
nice.
That's pretty
For skill
cool.
number 2, we're going to look at the Katana Rampage.
All right.
So this is a
Cool.
stunning strike that leaves enemies bleeding. Move on to these guys over here.
No,
For
you
skill
didn't miss
number 3,
anything,
the
Kamikad.
Shockwave Slash. As you can see here, he creates a
Ooh.
shockwave that pushes foes back while accumulating true damage, regardless of your enemy's dodge rate.
Oh god, he's got
Seemingly
accumulation
affected
based
by
on
the
the damage
attack
you
is also
take.
left done.
Ugh.
Alright. Skill number 4 is the Deep Dash. This is an upward strike that causes foes to bleed.
I'm seeing
just
a lot of
before hitting them with
iframes,
an energy
man.
blast that groups them together. And as a result, you also gain an
Not real
increase
good
of
for
50% for your
trying to
next
take
attack.
damage.
Alright, we're going to check out skill
Alright.
number 5. I'm actually going to reset this one because this one's actually pretty interesting when you have everybody in just the right angle. This is the Pentagram Slicer. Let's check this out.
Iframe, man.
Ooh.
You can see enemies
Whoa.
you can see enemies further back are actually drawing.
Yeah.
Let me try this one more
They were
time.
like sliding in.
Yeah.
Oh, it's that same group sliding in.
And try it one more time just to see how we can take
Little
look.
paralysis.
Yeah.
So again,
Round
this is
them
a
up.
wide range attack, so your
Whoa.
basic attack defense is increased by 30%, as well as you gain a couple of additional buffs as well. And then you can see also the basic defense has also decreased while leaving them paralyzed and stunned. Alright,
Yeah,
now
but
we
he's
have
got
a look at
accumulation
this
based
movie
on
for this
everything
guy.
you take,
See, lucky,
and the
we're not
fact that
one
he's going to be in
row.
iframes, it
Let's
looks
test
like,
test this out
isn't
for skill
good.
number 6.
Okay.
Again, this is the transcendent potential. This is the Brethren beatdown.
Oh, nice.
Of course, as you can see, his Gilgamesh again joins the fight and beats down his opponents as Kingo strikes from above.
You got
At
damage
the
proc
moment,
on that
the
skill.
stats are the exact same as I mentioned earlier during Gilgamesh's transcendent potential attack. The only difference being that Kingo will not be given the HP recovery. All right. And that does it for the modern uniform, or the default uniform for Kingo.
That's right.
Now we get to
We'll
move on to one
see.
of, I recall, one of your favorite Eternals, Kim.
Yeah, on the last stream, I said I'd like to see Athena. I did not know she would be in the following update, but here she is. So
That's
I
right.
guess I got my wish, huh?
So why don't you go ahead and tell us
Athena
more
looks
about,
nice.
Athena.
All right. Well, as we may be able to glean from her appearance,
You know all these
she
characters are gonna
is
get
a very
uniforms.
strong warrior. She's a legendary warrior, and even may have been a Greek legend that you may have heard about. She has been working with the Eternals, I guess, eternally for centuries, and is frequently paired with Gilgamesh, as I mentioned earlier, in Gilgamesh's intro.
Thank you for that. Now, before I actually press on with Athena, I actually glazed over the developer's notes.
Yeah, she looks
And the
good.
developer's notes for Kingo mentioned that he's actually a character who's actually well suited for PvE. So Gilgamesh for PvP, Kingo will actually be pretty useful for PvE. They recommend using canceling with his third skill, that way you are able to gain that buff, and then attack with his skill 5 and skill 4 in that order. In other words, the recommended skill combo that the devs recommend is using this third skill, cancel it, and then proceed with skills 5 and 4. And that's still something for
All
Kingo,
right.
but now we're going to go ahead and press on for Athena, who is a universal superhero.
Makes sense.
I'm actually going to actually talk about both this character's T2 and T3 passive skills, because something that's a little interesting for this. So her Tier 2 passive skill, which is the Eon Precision, she gains a guaranteed critical rate of plus 20% and a skill damage increase of 32% with a bonus damage increase of 35%. Now what's interesting is for her Tier 1 Victory Cry, she gains a critical rate increase of 20%, critical damage of 25%, and an additional pierce of plus 5%.
Wow, she's
Pierce
got
is
extra
also something
pierce,
that
man.
has been
She's
wanting
got
to
pierce.
Get their hands on, so that's a very useful.
Oh,
Good to know.
Now we're gonna press on. To
old
check
girl
out
gonna
her
be
active
strong.
skills.
Nice. Nice.
Always an elegant entry. So we're gonna move on and press on for skill number 1, which is the Justice Rush.
Justice Rush.
Exactly. That's what we all need, more justice. Here she lunges forward once and then follows up with a multitude of strikes, leaving the enemy stunned
Universal.
and bleeding. Very cool. Skill number
Tier
2
3.
is Destructive Dance. Here, throwing her weapon, enemies in the area are struck
Cool.
and forced to come closer. And then now
This
they
will
are
be the
closely, will
shining
have
light
their
right here.
defenses
This
remotely.
character probably.
Yep, now they're up close and personal, allowing me to move on to my third skill, which is the Sword of Conviction.
Hmm.
See a little bit
Silence.
more spread out. Let's test it again. So this is a fast attack that actually hacks through your opponents while pushing them back using the V-pad. So I may basically be able to control where I want them to go. Move on
Some
over here.
immunity there.
Nice.
5 seconds of
And as
immunity.
you can
Okay.
see here, enemies are left bleeding, silenced by this awesome attack. In addition, you also gain some damage immunity. Now they're a little bit too spread out, so I'm going to go ahead and reset again. Moving on to skill 4, which is Sacred Blow. You can see here she launches her spears. Athena then strikes again from above, and lowering your enemy's defense. Again, that not only will this lower your enemy's defense, it'll cause stun, paralysis, and burn. Alright, move on to these guys over here for skill number 5, which is the Cosmic Weapon Raid.
Invincibility. Wow. So she's got immunity and invincibility in her kit. That's nice.
Do it from this angle, do it once more. And you can see she hurls her spear into the sky, and Athena's blades then rain down on her opponents, dealing additional burn and bleed damage, also increasing her basic attack by 10% for a brief period of time. Now let's move on to her Tier 3 ability.
Okay.
This is the Spear of Heaven. So using her eternal ability...
Oh, nice
Hero calls
name,
upon
Spear of Heaven. I like
multiple
it.
Spears, as you can see here. They barrage the enemy like bullets here.
Wow.
But I have to warm up the attack again. I'm just going to go ahead and... Give me just a moment to warm up that attack.
Dang, man.
Yep, as you can see, also what you mentioned earlier, it's just similar to her other ability. The T3 ability leaves enemies both bleeding and damaged. She also gains a 50% increase for her basic attack, for her next attack, actually, more accurately, and an 80% chance to penetrate her enemy's super armor defenses and more. So let's take a look at it one more time. Once again, this is her T3 Spear of Heaven.
She got damage proc on her tier 3.
Right. Now, according to the developers, she is well suited also for PvE. They recommend canceling the third skill. Take a look at that. Oops, I'm sorry. Actually, I'm actually going to go do a correction for that, as the developer actually's notes have actually been updated. So unfortunately, I do not have any updated tips regarding Athena. So for that, you'll have to discover for yourselves.
Okay, I'm sure we can handle that.
And that does it for the modern uniforms. But of course, these characters also get an additional upgrade by
Yeah.
new MC uniforms, which is what everybody really wants to see. So
Including me.
That's right. So I'm actually going to go back in and dress them up. Let's do that.
Yay, yay.
There you go.
All right.
Start with
Gilgamesh
looks
looking
familiar.
pretty sick.
get Kingo all dressed up as well.
Oh, hey. Looking good.
And then lastly, we're going to get Athena all set to go.
Oh. Oh.
Now everyone's all equipped. Let's go ahead and go back to the
Athena.
beginning. We're going to start with Gilgamesh.
All right.
Let's take a nice little look at his uniform here.
I like it.
All right. I'm actually going to go ahead and read off some of the upgrades that come with just this uniform as well. So with it, by just equipping this uniform, he gains an increase in his basic defense by 35%, and chain hit damage received is decreased by 15%. Damage received from reflected physical attacks are also decreased by 80% as well.
All right.
So the
Right,
uniform
and
is going to be a
also,
must
there's
buy
been
for
also changes to his
PvP.
Tier 1, we didn't really discuss this for his when we first introduced him, but for his T1 Eternal Resistance skill, when his health is below 99%, he gains a basic
Yeah, Athena
defense
looks
increase of
awesome.
10%, but while wearing this uniform,
Hey,
he gets an
Gilgamesh looks pretty awesome too, actually.
Increase in his HP recovery from 4% to 6%. It's small, but every little bit counts.
Mm-hmm. Truly.
And this attack with this uniform, he also is going to be given 3 new skills.
All right.
All right, we're going to go ahead and test out skill 1. Again, skill 1 isn't the new skill, but we're just going to see how these skills look with the new look. You can see the change of the color change has been changed from blue to gold. This is skill 2, the Cosmic Punch, not the new skill. Skill 3, however, is new. This is the Cosmic Counter. You see he kind of shields up there. This attack also removes any debuffs while also increasing basic damage by 13% for each percent of his accumulated damage. Victims of your attack will also be fractured and left incapacitated. You see he buffs up and then he...
Just imagine this guy with Cersei on the team, right? That passive that she gives.
Unstoppable
Yep.
force. And of course, we know if we push and hold the button here, he's just going to keep on going.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Not new, but just cool to see the color change. And we're going to see the new skill, which is pretty cool. This is the Earth Wrath.
Oh boy,
I
winding
saw
up.
a big heal there.
And you can see again, he powers himself up and recovers 35% of his max HP. He then
Woo!
slams hard on his foes, causing these, as you can see,
Big
these
ol' HP
earth-shattering
heal.
blasts. And as a result, enemies' defenses are decreased, left fractured, and you gain a 50% increase to your next basic attack. Right.
Yeah.
With his uniform, you have no additional tips from the developers. They actually say to refer to the previous, what was mentioned previously for his for his modern uniform. All right, and that does it for Gilgamesh. So let us know what you guys think in the comments.
All right, cool.
Next on the list, we're going to try Kingo.
All right,
All
what's
right.
Kingo
Important
got,
thing to
man?
notice as well is for Kingo, originally he was in his modern uniform, he is a speed character, while in his MCU uniform, he's actually been changed to a blast superhero.
That makes sense.
Interesting.
He has the most wildly different change between this and his
Interesting.
original uniform. Namely, he does resemble the way he does in the Marvel Studios movie, and his
Cool
powers have
outfit.
changed completely. No
That's
more
right.
swords. He, he's doing this, shooting out energy from his fingers, and that'll help him a lot because he is also a Bollywood celebrity.
That's right. So I'm going to go ahead
I
and
think
read
that's
some of
fine.
the uniform changes. So while wearing this uniform, this is mainly refers to his skills, which we'll talk about a little bit more later. So when using the explosive bombardment skill, which is his 5th skill, cooldown for his eternal burst skill, which is his skill 2, will be reset to just 1 second. Now for this skill, again, because he's been changed from a speed character to a blast character, all 5 skills have actually been given a change.
All right, let's go see those pew pews.
Interesting.
All right, and that's all.
Blast.
Fuse. Skill number 1 is the Guidance of Light. All right, this is the iconic move you've seen in the films, and you can see it does energy damage. Moving on to skill number 2, this is the Eternal Blast. He calls forth a number of lights.
Probably
and
could
just rains
cancel
down
that
his
thing.
Deviant foes. These guys aren't deviant,
that.
but they're still foes.
Good enough.
Skill number 3 is the Unleashed power. Now, if you notice, enemies are actually kind of pushed back, similar to his other skill.
Okay,
Try it
lots.
again.
Looks like lots of
He creates
hits.
a defensive barrier that pushes enemies back, all while Kingo actually recovers HP and increases his defensive stats.
Interesting. Pretty cool looking
Those
skill.
again caught in the blast will be left paralyzed. Yeah, since they're pushed back, I'm going to go ahead and reset. We're going to move on to skill number 4, which is one of my favorites. This is the Cosmic Cannon.
All right.
This is
Whoa.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Move on to these guys over here.
I repeat, he is the most different from his comics appearance.
Yeah. This is a...
They're all a little different, but this is a complete change.
Yes. So I'm going to do it from this angle now. Again, now this is a unique attack where Kingo fires upon the floor, causing a number of blasts. So again, not only does this ignore your target's dodge rate by 40%, it'll also...
Oh,
briefly
nice.
increase
To
your
ignore
basic attack
target
by
dodge rate. Know what that
40%. Notice
means.
if from this angle, it just gets a little bit of a 1-2 shot before causing the blast to go off.
I mean, you got to show off the old razzle
Of
dazzle.
course. Gonna move on to skill number 5. We'll do it from our normal angle. This is the Explosive Bombardment skill. It's a little quick, but what happens is he actually maneuvers a little bit behind his foes. Yeah, he maneuvers just dashes in between them or behind them and delivers an incredible explosion, reducing your enemy's defense and leaving them stunned.
I like
Kingo
the
also added a
like
variety
the
of buffs
residue
to his
from his
overall
skills kind of lingering in the screen there. Kind of looks like yellow smoke in a way,
Nice,
like
nice.
yellow dust,
Now,
I
they still
guess,
say even
gold
with
dust.
this uniform, he's
Pretty
still
cool.
going to be hailed as a good PvE character. Skills 4 and 2 can be canceled after the attack, making it easier to combo skills. Let's take a look. As for the recommended skill combo, they recommend using 2 cancel, 4 cancel after he does his gun motion, 3 cancel, 5, 2 cancel, or 2 cancel. They have a very long skill. We're actually going to go ahead. Let's just do this. See if we can do this. We're going to do 2 cancel, and then 4 cancel after the gun motion. 3, 5, then because his uniform, because
If you can instant cancel all those, then be pretty dope. But if you have to take your time, like what he just did there, that wouldn't be very good.
For Kingo's new skill, or his new uniform. Now we're going to move on to Athena.
Let's check out Athena girl. Or Athena lady.
All right, so this is one of your favorite looks, Kim.
She is stunning. Look at her. A goddess. Brilliant.
Yeah, there's very good resemblance to what we see in the movie as well. Right. So some of her changes that come with this uniform is that her chain hit damage gains a 10% increase as she attacks, and she has guard break immunity. She also is able to decrease her basic damage. Any basic damage given to her is reduced by 35%.
Make her a little tankier.
And with that, we're going to move on to see the
Nice.
actual active skills. With this skill, again, she is still a universal type superhero and has been given 2 enhanced skills. We are going to go ahead and cycle through some of her skills again.
Yeah, more chain hit damage. Yeah,
Skill number
10%
one
more,
is
I
not
think.
new. Neither is skill number 2. Skill number 3, however, is new.
All right. Ooh.
Move it again, try it over here. This is the skill number 3, which is the Sacred Strike. Here she harbors her cosmic energy into her spear and then releases it in a single strike. That allows her to accumulate true damage regardless of your enemy.
It was only a matter of time before Angelina Jolie showed up in the game.
Silenced,
She's pretty much
paralyzed,
everywhere.
And bleeding. Alright, move on to skill number 4. Not new, that was the Sword of Conviction. Skill 5, however, is a new skill. Now, this
Damn!
has some similarity to the previous skill. However, she summons a number of
That's
spears
a
from
lot
the
of damn
sky
hits.
on her foes and delivers an additional whirlwind-like strike, as you can see here.
That's a lot of damn hits.
Ooh.
Look at that, man.
Nice, nice.
As you can see again, also enemies are burned and bleeding while Athena gains buffs for her overall stats. And just because we have her TP ready, let's go ahead and see how it looks.
Yeah. Ooh.
The skill is the same, but just looks all the more glamorous with the MC.
It's pretty glamorous.
And now that does it for the new characters and the new uniforms.
Gives
So
you
that's
Proxima
Very
vibes
good.
because of the spears. I can
It's
see that.
not.
That's not all. We have one additional feature that's going to be added as well with the update. So as you can
Oh,
see here on the main menu, we have
additional
a little bit of
feature.
a new thing here called the Dimension Rift. It can also be accessed by entering Enter. Then going to
New
the
content?
challenge, and if you scroll to the right, you will see the Dimension Rift. Right.
Artifacts.
You'll be able to work with your friends and alliance members to complete various objectives and earn bonuses through missions with the latest, again, with this latest Dimension Rift mode. You'll also be able to access the normal Rift for free, and it can only be accessed once per day. As you can see here.
So
We're
it's
actually
not
gonna go ahead and
time consuming, that's
A little
good.
bit of this as well. Hacking the shield. All right, let's do it. As you can see, we have a time frame here for 30 minutes. And just because I can, we're going to go ahead and do with our Eternals, which are already set to go.
Nice, nice. I'm ready for it.
I don't know. I think this might be. We'll see. It might be all right. I mean, this might be like one of them one and done game modes.
Again,
They
my
really
Eternals
need
already
to
set up
revamp
to go. It might
game
be-
modes that we already have in
we
the
might end up going
game.
through this pretty fast.
Like some Shadowland,
So let's go
you know,
ahead and
revamp
use Athena to fight
Shadowland. I think that
enemies,
would be a good
survive,
idea.
Be able to test out Athena's new recommended skill combination, which is 3, 2, 5.
I like
and
the
4.
idea of
Let's test it
working of us working together in our alliance, though. I like that a lot.
out. With the cooldown. Oh, I have autoplay on that. Sorry, that's silly.
Turn it off.
I have it turned off. I'm sure the fans already noticed it as well. All right, let's try this.
Yeah.
We can use skills 3, 2, 5, and 4.
Yes, yeah, GBR, yeah, another World Boss Legend. You know, things of that nature would be pretty helpful for the game.
I'm just going to switch to Gilgamesh now.
I'm not sure about this. We'll see.
And his
See what you
recommended
can
skill
do.
combination with the uniform is 3, cancel 5, and 4.
Okay.
Right, now, even with our characters pretty fully buffed up, enemies aren't going down easily, and this is on the normal difficulty.
But this to me might feel like story mode after a while.
Mhm.
I don't know.
There wasn't anybody left. We're going to go ahead and just give this.
Yeah, there was a
solo
game mode like
to
this
use combo.
before, back in the day.
Poor soul.
Didn't go over very well. I don't know. I'll try to remain optimistic.
All right.
All right.
All right, keep going through now. All right, let's go.
Yeah, yeah. Whoa. It's hard for me to tell what's going on because I'm
Yeah.
just seeing explosions and numbers.
Well, the more explosions, the more damage you're doing. So we're doing it right.
Yeah.
I'm just going to switch to Kingo, see if I can manage to pull off his recommended complicated
Yeah.
skill. All right. Make sure my cooldown is all set to go. That's not Kingo. Now we're all set
Nope.
to go. All right, we're around. We're all set to go. Let's test it out. 2 cancel, 4 cancel, gun. All right.
Or cancel.
Cancel.
Nope.
For
I messed it
gun.
up.
3, 5, 2 cancel.
Damn, he's
All
got a
right,
long
finish it off.
cooldown
Just
on that
send it to
5.
attack.
Oh, that's
Command
trash.
swipe all of it.
I just
Guys,
noticed
get out of
that.
range.
Oh my god. Did you
Moves
guys
and
see that
numbers,
cooldown,
which I
that fist
think it
skill?
means it's good.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Not anymore.
Maybe he doesn't have cooldown on the cards. I don't know. Maybe there's not
Ah,
cooldown
there
on
we
the
go,
cards.
there
I
we
don't
go.
know. I saw a long
Alright.
cooldown at 4 too.
And Cage
Actually,
and
gonna
Kingo.
Surely they're not that long in
Just
the
switch off to Athena.
when you have your cards cooldown set up.
All right.
Yeah, that's what it is. You got long cooldowns on Athena's skills
Right,
too,
let's go
man.
ahead and finish
All
it off
right.
with
All
the Q3.
right.
Right.
I don't think they got much
That'll
cooldown
show
on their
'em.
cards.
Now, this is something I actually mentioned to developers before. Because this is a new test build, we have been told that this might crash only for us because this is once again the test build. This should be fine when you guys actually use the actual build.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
We're in
I scared myself there for a second there. I thought, wait a
practice
minute, man.
account
What am I
in
seeing long
a
cooldowns
build
for?
That's a completely
Wow.
different environment than what goes live.
Yes. So as far as some
Sometimes
additional
it
notes,
doesn't work.
so even though I can't access the build, I do have a couple of additional notes here provided to us by the developers. So as I mentioned, the access to the normal rift will be free, and it can only be accessed once per day. Also, by completing these missions, you'll be able to unlock higher difficulties, which are required by using items referred to as Dimension Rift Summon Stones. And the higher the level, the more these stones you'll actually need to actually access these modes. In addition to that, by completing that, you'll also be able to be eligible for what's referred to as MVP rewards, which can be used to access rewards such as artifacts. So something to look forward to. Now we weren't given too much information, as information has been kind of changing quite honestly throughout our time when testing the build by the developers, but they told us to let you guys know upon the time when the patch notes are released, there'll be much more detail, and you guys can enjoy that and let us know what you think in the comments as well. And now, of course, additionally, I wasn't able to actually because of technical difficulties, I can't access the epic quests. But of course, as you already know, 3 new characters will be added to the epic quest as well for the Eternals, and that is, of course, Athena, Kingo, and Gilgamesh. And I can go ahead and read off to you some of the stats that will occur when actually accessing with these characters. For example, if you were to choose Kingo, when you start the epic quest, Kingo, you will be given Kingo at a 1 star, and upon completion, you'll be able to transcend his potential.
Okay.
Now, for Gilgamesh, he can only be acquired by through the deluxe package, and upon completion, you'll be able to grow him to tier 2.
Gilgamesh is the deluxe pack
Athena is
character.
So Athena is actually only by also completing Circe, Icarus, Makari, Kingo, and Gilgamesh. So basically, once all the Eternals are completed, then you can access Athena's story.
Oh man, we gotta do it all before we get Athena.
You can get Athena to tier 3.
Oh.
And as far as how the stories goes, you'll just have to play through the game when it's live and let us know what you guys think.
Man.
And let us know which of their stories you found to be the most fun.
But she's probably gonna be worth it though.
Engaging, which one you overall just enjoyed. So we look forward to seeing what your comments are for that. And that's
wow.
for the contents of V760. So once again, also be safe out there, have a safe holiday, and overall just keep being awesome, agents.
All right, keep being awesome. We'll see you next time. Till then.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys. Well, that's all she wrote, man. Really sucks my camera isn't working. That's a real bummer, man. You know, we got some new characters. I don't think the new content's really going to be all that great, but you know, we'll see. We'll hope and wait. I don't know. I hope y'all enjoyed the live stream. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. Bye, everyone. See you later.